Good morning students. How are you all? Hope you will be fine in your health and spirit. Students, as you know that we have started our revision series, and in revision series today we are going to learn our second chapter, The Lost Spring. Lost Spring is the story, as you know, of two children. They are from the deprived category of the society. One is a rag picker and the another one is working in a glass factory but wants to become a motor mechanic. Now we are going to learn this story with the films. So let's watch the film and try to understand the lesson. Boy. The author's encounter with a boy named Sahib Alam who visits the nearby garbage dump every morning looking for valuables in the garbage. उसका काम है गार्बेज में से कुछ अच्छा ढूंढना जिसको वो बेच पाए. The boy had left his home in Dhaka, Bangladesh long ago and did not have any memory of it. His mother told him that their home and fields were destroyed by the storms and so they moved to the city. They came here in search of gold. For them, gold is not real gold. Gold is that garbage because garbage is their livelihood. They are getting their money, they are earning from the garbage and so they are thinking that garbage is their gold. The author asked him that why he scourged garbage heaps, to which he replied that he had nothing else to do. She advised him to go to school, but he could not as there was none in his neighborhood. उसके neighborhood में कोई school ही नहीं थी, so he was not able to go to school. The author made him a false promise that she would be starting a school soon and that he could join it. His world was full of such words which never saw the light of the day. It means कि उसका ड्रीम कभी सक्सेस होने वाला नहीं था. लोग बोलते थे बट कुछ करते नहीं थे. So his dream never come true. वो हाँ तो बोलता है और राइटर को पूछता भी है कि आपने स्कूल चालू कर दी, बट इट वॉज अ फॉल्स प्रॉमिस. His name Sahib Alam, meaning Lord of the Universe, and the name is not at all suitable for him and it would be hard for him to believe it if he knows the meaning of his name. कि वो जो सुल्तान है यूनिवर्स का आज वो गार्बेज उठा रहा है, कचरा उठा रहा है, तो शायद वो अपने आप पे बिलीव नहीं कर पाएगा. Every day he would go around with a group of boys, all barefoot, some wearing a different shoe in both feet. He was having an army of barefoot boys. Every day in the morning they were coming in search of garbage and they are barefoot. And so the writer told them an army of barefoot boys. Some of them were wearing the shoes, but it is not right pair of shoes. They were wearing the different shoes, might they have get it from the garbage. So when they see the torn shoes of the boy, the writer was asking them why they were not wearing the shoes. One boy claims it a tradition to remain barefoot. The author is left wondering where it is actually so or it is an excuse to hide the never ending poverty which has gripped them. वो ट्रेडिशन है या बिकॉज ऑफ देयर पॉवर्टी दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू गेट अ सिंपल पेयर ऑफ शूज. द राइटर इज हैविंग सम एक्सक्यूज. एंड सो at that time she was remembering a story of a priest which she has observed before so many days. There was one boy would stop in front of the old temple every day where his father was a priest and prayed for a pair of shoes. But in his life, perhaps he did not get it. But when she visited the town again and the temple, she saw a little boy wearing school uniform, socks and shoes, and it reminded of the prayer made by another boy of never losing them. Might be his prayer heard by the God, and now his son is going to get all these things what he hadn't got. So, seeing this barefoot boy, the author is also going to remember these things that might in future they were able to get some good things. The rag picker boy and his family had migrated from Bangladesh in 1971, lived in Simapuri area near Delhi, which was mere wilderness. There is no basic amenity in the area like sewage, water. As many as 10,000 rag pickers have been living there for more than 30 years. It is like a small town of a rag pickers. All of them living there, they were having only one job, and that is of rag picking. They had no identity or permits, only on a ration card which fetched them grains and the right to vote. जो उनके पास सिर्फ एक राशन कार्ड है, लेकिन वो खुश है, उनको कोई दूसरे आई कार्ड की ज़रूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि इनकी ज़रूरत है 2 टाइम खाने की और वो राशन कार्ड से कंप्लीट हो जाती है. For their mothers, feeding the family with enough food is more important than getting an identity proof. They are satisfied if their children sleep peacefully without aching stomach. उसकी मदर्स खुश है जब बच्चे भूखे नहीं सोते, एटलीस्ट सोने से पहले उनको खाने के लिए कुछ मिल जाता है. सो देयर मदर्स आर हैप्पी विद द गार्बेज वर्क. द एल्डर्स only way of survival is the garbage. For the children, the garbage is a wrapped wonder where they find precious things like a rupee or torn shoes. वो मदर्स के लिए अच्छा है क्योंकि उससे उसको खाना मिलता है. Elders are having money from it and so they can run their family. And children are happy with the garbage because they are getting so many things from the garbage. Sometimes a rupee note also, and they are going to be very happy with the garbage. And so the garbage is their livelihood, and that's why it is like a gold for them. But they didn't know here that because of that garbage, their childhood is going to be vanished. उनका जो जीवन का एक अति सुंदर कांड है, that is childhood, और वो childhood उनके पास नहीं रहता. One day the author found Sahib standing outside a tennis court, watching 2 men play. एक दिन वो देखता है 2 लोग टेनिस खेल रहे होते हैं. वो एकदम से टगर टगर से उसको निहारता है और जिससे उसको लगता है कि शायद मैं भी ये गेम कभी खेल पाऊँ. और राइटर ऑब्जर्व करती है कि उसने आज टेनिस शूज़ पहने हुए हैं जो थोड़े टूटे फूटे हैं. Their one foot is torn. Probably he found them in the garbage, as a rich child must have refused to wear them. तो ये टूटे जूते से भी वो खुश है. But after so many days, the writer has observed that boy. Now he is not doing the work of rag picking. Now he has joined one tea stall. And one morning she finds him on his way to the milk booth, carrying a steel can. He is working at the tea stall where he shall be paid money and get meals too, but he has lost his carefree look as he is no longer his own master. So here our first story ends. It shows us when he was having the rag picking, at least he was his own master, but now he is not having that facility. Now he is a worker at the tea stall, and perhaps for that he is not much happy. Now our second story, it is the story of a boy, Mukesh, who wanted to drive a car. The author met a boy, Mukesh, who had a dream to become a motor mechanic, which seemed to be a mirage as his family traditionally was engaged in making glass bangles in Firozabad. As you know, Firozabad is very famous for his glass work, and the boy is working there only. He is determined to achieve his dream, लेकिन उसका ड्रीम है मोटर मैकेनिक बनना. His family is not ready to accept the ineptness of this industry, this profession which harms them physically, not providing them enough resources to even eat to their satisfaction. क्योंकि ये फैमिली जो इसमें इंडल्ज है उससे उनको बहुत ही हार्मफुल इफ़ेक्ट्स हो रहे हैं फिज़िकली एंड मेंटली. फिज़िकली वो उनको बहुत बीमार कर देते हैं, एंड मेंटली दे आर हैविंग दैट पॉवर्टी, दे आर नॉट हैविंग इनफ मनी टू फीड ऑल्सो प्रॉपरली, they are not going to get proper food, and even actually because of this light and hardships they are going to lose their eyesight also, and so his family is not happy with all this work. But they do not know that it is illegal for children like him to work. लेकिन फैमिली वालों को ये पता नहीं है कि छोटे बच्चों को यहाँ काम करवाना इलीगल है. More than 20,000 boys were indulged in this work. If the law is enforced, it would rescue many children engaged in this work. But they are not having that idea, and that more than 20,000 boys and girls are going to lose their childhood because of this work. They have to work in a very dark room where there is no proper light, no proper air. When she visits his home, lanes stinking with chalked garbage lead up to his home. He is proud that his mother is being rebuilt. उनका जो माँ है उसके बाद ये होम है उसको उसने rebuild किया है. एटलीस्ट उनके पास सोने के लिए छत है. Mukesh's grandmother says that making bangles is their karma, their destiny. ये उनका नसीब है, ये उनको आज ये काम करना पड़ रहा है. As they are born in the caste of bangle makers, they have seen nothing but bangles around them. उसने जब से अपना होश संभाला है उसने और कुछ नहीं देखा, अपने आसपास बैंगल्स को ही देखा है. In dark headments, they sit next to lines of flames. Their eyes are more adjusted to the dark than to the light outside. That is why they often end up losing their eyesight before they become adults. और उनकी वजह से बचपन में या तो छोटी उम्र में ही उनकी आँखें चली जाती है because of the hard work they are doing nearby the furnaces. The author wonders whether these young girls who are busy soldering these pieces of glass know the sanctity of the bangles. These bangles signify that a woman's marriage is auspicious. They will probably know this when marital bliss is bestowed upon them. वो सोचते हैं कि ये जो छोटी बच्ची है जो बैंगल्स बना रही है, जब उसकी शादी होगी तब उसको समझ में आ जाएगा कि उसका ऑस्पिशियस इम्पोर्टेंस क्या है. Mukesh's grandfather is content that other than teaching his successors their family occupation, he has built them a house to live in. उसके ग्रैंडफादर खुश है कि उसने अपने बच्चों को अपना जो व्यवसाय है वो तो सिखाया है, उसके लिए वो एक छोटा सा घर भी बना पाए हैं. While his grandmother complains that she has never got enough food all her life. ये उनकी पॉवर्टी, कितनी दयनीय स्थिति में वो रहते हैं वो दिखाता है जब उनकी ग्रैंडमदर कहती है कि मैंने तो ज़िंदगी में कभी भी भरपेट खाना नहीं खाया. They are not doing any other things because these people fear the lawmakers, the policemen and the middlemen. So do not dare to dream of doing something else. शायद बाहरी लोगों का दबाव है और इसकी वजह से ये वो दयनीय हालत में है और उनको फोर्सफुली पॉवर्टी में ही ये काम करना पड़ता है जिसका उनको पूरा पैसे भी शायद मिलते नहीं हैं. But they are afraid of all that lawmakers, politicians, middlemen, policemen. They encircle young boys born in a particular caste, forcing them to pursue the profession of the caste in which they are born. और वो अपने बच्चों को भी फोर्स करते हैं कि ये हमारा कास्ट का प्रोफेशन है तो आपको वही काम करना है. And do not allow them to follow their ड्रीम्स. और अगर वो कोई दूसरा काम करना चाहे तो वो जल्दी से अलाउ नहीं करते हैं. द ऑथर कैन सी द स्पार्क इन मुकेश एज हिज ड्रीम ऑफ डूइंग समथिंग डिफरेंट इज स्टिल अलाइव. लेकिन मुकेश है वो कुछ अलग करना चाहते हैं. व्हेन द ऑथर क्वेश्चंस हिम वेदर ही वुड लाइक टू फ्लाई प्लेन्स, ही इज एम्ब्रेस्ड एज ही हैज़ नो क्लू अबाउट देम as there are not many aeroplanes flying over the town. उसको प्लेन उड़ाने की इच्छा नहीं है क्योंकि उनका ड्रीम इतना ही है, उसने कार देखी है तो वो कार चलाना चाहता है. With this spark the story is going to end. So here we have two stories. One is of Sahib Alam and the another one is of Mukesh. Thank you. Hello. Hope you have enjoyed the session, remembering the story very well. A practice makes the man perfect, and so you have also to practice again and again, so till your board exam you are able to remember all the things very nicely. So after this video I am going to send you one PDF file with question and answers. So those who have not written earlier or have not written in their fair book, they have to write all these question answers in their notebook and try to learn the full chapter very nicely. Thank you. Have a nice day.